Today I'm coming to show you guys how to replace this front glass as well as the window regulator inside of a 2012 Chevy Equinox. I'm not a mechanic, I'm just an extreme do-it-yourselfer. I searched all over the internet for videos on how to replace this front glass, cannot find one. You can find a couple of them about how to replace the regulator, but none for how to replace the actual front driver side glass door glass. So I'm gonna be showing you how to do that real quick. I kind of did it already, but I figured why not make a video, because there isn't one on the internet for this. So here you go. I'm gonna go through it kind of fast and everything else. Let's get to it. All right, so what you're gonna need for this is a 7mm socket, an 8mm socket, a 10mm socket, 3/4 to 1/4 inch adapter, a doggone extender, and a 3/4 inch socket, and the the flathead screwdriver. That's all you need. Here is the replacement glass right here, the broken glass. I've already taken out the old regulator, but okay, whatever. Just a disclaimer, this video is made after I did the work, and so I kind of put everything back together and try to do it kind of fast. The point is, you should know how to do it after we get done. It's an ugly video, but just rock with me, man. Alright, the first step would be to remove this inner door panel right here. What you're going to need is your flathead screwdriver and your 7mm socket for that. First step is to remove. I kind of already done it, so kind of just follow me. There's a little piece like this you got to remove here, and the same thing is right down here. Take your flathead screwdriver, wait for the traffic to go by. All right, show off that engine, big dog. Okay, you pop this out like blow, click it to blow, that comes out. Pop it out like that, bow. Come down here. The same thing, reach up under here, pop that out, blah, like that there. Then, once these are out, you take your 3/4 extender, your adapter, and your 7mm, pop off that little screw right there. This comes out of there. And then there's one or two down here. I think there's two of them down here. Use your 7mm to pop those out. Your next step after you've taken out those couple screws is to remove this panel all the way off. Now there are around the edge, around here, on the bottom, like 2 or 3 of them on the bottom, one on the sides, there are those little clamps. You have to get use your flathead, kind of go around the edge of it and pop it off like that. They have certain tools that you can use to remove it, but I just use the flathead, keep it simple. You stick it up in here like that. Be careful, you can kind of feel it back there. You just kind of reach up under there and just pull it out, pop it off, go around, pop it off like such and so, all the way around. Once you get kind of halfway, you might be able to use your hands, but I suggest using the tool because it's a little easier. Be careful because you might need to reuse them. Once you have all of them popped out, this panel kind of sits on hinges here, like that. Those little hinges like that. It sits on those hinges. Can you see them? Get focused. Those little hinges right there. So all you do is just reach in and lift up and pull it out, and it comes off. Once you have the panel removed, there's a couple different connections on the back. You got to remove the door lock buttons, as well as the power connector piece in here. First one you do, this piece is already down in there, the door lock. I take my your flathead and kind of reach beside it and pop it off, like loosen it up a little bit. Reach down beside there like that, pop it off both sides here and there like that, and then this just slides out like that. For this piece, pull this up like this, doggone it, trying to do it one hand like that, and that just slides out like that, easy. Last one is this door hinge right here to open the door. Reach in here, pull back, out, and then up like this towards you, and that comes out, and your door hinge is off. I mean, the panel is off. Doggone it. Now, thanks to Video Magic, the insulation of the door panel is back up there. Woo! You gotta remove this. Easy to remove. It's like little glue stuff behind here. You just pull it off. Take your Phillip, your flathead. I keep calling it Phillip. Pop. Just kind of scrape this off the edge of this. Be careful, because you're gonna kind of want to save it. I took this off maybe like about 3 weeks ago, trying to get the pieces. But you're gonna have to save that glue to put it back up there. Once you get that off, it looks like that or whatever. But yeah, put it to the side, because you're gonna be using that again. I have this screwdriver in here holding the window up because it's the broken glass, so I don't really care about it. But what you really want to do is, before you do all of this stuff, make sure you get some duct tape or something and tape the glass up. Have the window all the way rolled up, tape this side of the glass, wrap it around to the other side. Tape the glass all the way up and around, so the glass doesn't fall when you take all this stuff out, because this glass will drop if you don't have nothing in there holding it up. Once you got the insulation cover off, you're gonna have to remove some bolts. Now, these two bolts inside these holes right here, those are the rubber clamps that grab the window. Don't take this all the way out. Don't take these bolts all the way out. It's loosened enough to where you can slide the window out of those little clamps right there. So I got those halfway out, but they're either 8 or 10 millimeters. Then you're gonna remove that one, this one, as well as this one. I suggest you take these two bottom ones all the way out. These two bottom ones here all the way out for the arms, and take these out second. For these on the motor. Oh, my bad. You gotta disconnect that little piece right here with my thumb's pointing at. Take that piece right there off first. That piece right there. Before you take the bolts out, actually, take that piece out. Don't take them all the way out. Just leave them kind of like, make them so you can kind of lift this up like that. So take them all these three out. All the other 10 as well. Take them out halfway. Once you have those halfway out and all the bolts removed from the arms and these 3 bolts loosened up, slide this out first. Slide it out like that. Reach back behind here and you can feel the clamps on the window right there. Make sure they're loose on both sides so you can slide that out. Now, thanks to Editing Magic, I got all the bolts out. All right, so the bolts are out, motors off the little thing. Now it's time to remove it. The way you remove it, it's a little Tetris seal a little bit, but I'm doing this with one hand. This piece comes out on this side. That's the little door hinge piece. Move it out the way. This piece comes out, and then you're doing this with 2 hands. This comes out like that. Then pull the other side out. Motor out. Make sure your cores are out the way. Motor out. And there's your regulator. All right, I have the regulator out of the door. To remove the glass, it's a little tricky, but kind of easy. What I'm gonna do, I found easier, is to remove this little rubber piece right here, this seal. Reach in here and just lift this piece up. This piece comes off like such. Pull that up. That comes out, and then you can wiggle the window out easily. Pull this out, don't fall. That's out. Now the glass is dangling. Now I'm going to show you how to remove the glass out of the door. Once you've taken this inner piece off that goes right here inside the door, once you pull this piece off, it makes it easier to take it out and in. So to remove the glass, take your tape off, it might be a two-person job, but you got to have somebody hold, or you can hold it as you take your tape off so it doesn't drop down. And once you got the tape removed and the window is freely to move, you're going to drop it down a little bit, turn the glass at an angle like this, and be careful not to break it, but slide it out like that. And it pretty much comes out just like that. To get it back in, it's the exact same thing in reverse. Now I'm about to put the new glass in. I hope y'all can see it. Remember, at an angle, down, line up, lift up. Front side in first. Drop the back in. Be careful not to break your new glass. Once you got it in there, straighten it back up. There we go. Line it up. Lift it up like that. Now for those who got tape, I got my thumb here holding the pressure. Put your tape back on. I'ma just put my screwdriver back in here. I do not recommend using the screwdriver, but it's a lot quicker than tape. The reason I don't recommend using the screwdriver, it just puts too much pressure on the glass. Plus, it can slide down a lot easier than tape. Put your thing back on. All right, I got the little thing back on, so it's on now. Of course, that's what it means. All right, so now the window's back in there. Now you're just gonna do everything in reverse. The most trickiest part is once you get the regulator in, you're gonna have to put the window back in the little clamps on top of the regulator. These clamps right here. So the window, the bottom of the window, this piece here, these little things right here on the bottom of the glass, they sit inside of this piece here. This grabs those plastic pieces and pushes the window up and down on the regulator. Now we got to reverse everything, put the window regulator back in, slide the right side in first, get your little cords out the way. The other side in, or the motor. Just get it in there. Once you got it in there, remember we didn't take these screws all the way out. These are going to be used to kind of hold the regulator in place so we get everything set up. Line it back up, pull the screws in. And let that sit right there. Then we get our screws. Make sure your screws are handy and dandy. Handy and dandy? Don't say stuff like that. Put your clamps back on the bottom of your window. Line those up. Had to reattach the door to roll the clamps back up to the bottom of the window. The car is on. I don't recommend doing this when the car is on, for obvious electrical purposes. But we rugged out here, you know what I'm saying? we gotta make do what it do when you're doing what it's doing. Did you hear me what I said? Once you got your motor mounted up there, when you tighten your screws, put your screws back, just doing everything in reverse. Now, these two screws, one looks like this, one has the washer on here. The ones with the washer, on mine at least, they go to the bottom. The ones without the washer go to the top. Line it back up. Put your screws in. Got my top two in. I'm gonna do my two bottoms. Do my two bottoms. Do my two bottoms. Alright, so I got all my screws in place. And now I gotta screw everything back on. Now, the last step is to connect the top clamps of the regulator to the window. Screw those back in place. Once you screw those back in place, put your cover with the sticky stuff back on. Connect your door piece, put the door latch back in, locks back in, and the windows and all the other stuff back in. 10 mil for the bolts up in there. And be careful not to over tighten this bolt, because remember this is squeezing the glass, but you don't want to have it too loose. Once you got all that stuff connected, put your door panel back on, latch it back down, then press all the clamps back in all the way around, and you done, man. I know this was an unorthodox video. I had already did the work. I took everything back apart. It's getting late, it's cold. I ain't got no socks on. There's no video online. I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't no super mechanic video editor dude right now, right? I just wanted to show you how to do it. That's how you remove the regulator, change the motor regulator in the window of the front passenger and driver's side 2012 Chevy Equinox, man. I would do all this on camera. I probably need to, but it's getting late and I'm tired and I'm hungry. Sorry. Trying to hold this. Okay, I dropped it, but we gonna keep on moving. Hey, this is on the fly, man. Y'all understand what I mean. Get your new glass, turn it at an angle. Front side goes in first. Put it in like such. Like that. Bring the back in and down. Line it up with your panel. Line it up with your panel. The little edge. Line it up with the thing on it. Line it up and then you side it up. And then you side it up like that. I'm stuck right now. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Get it in this little groove, straighten the window back up, and go. So once you get it in that groove, straighten the window back up, lift it back up, real pot of tape. I'm over this.